ma'am, I'd like to make an appointment. Well, I need a physical and the doctor's signature. I've applied for EOL benefits, ma'am. Monday works for me, yes. Thank you. Good day. Good day.
To me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. The secret in the shadows, Vulcan speedier than any bullet. Moonstar, the mind is deeper than the will. Titans rise to crush the demons. Justice is back in season. Titans rise to crush the demons. Justice is back in season. gemeen.
Peter, did you just merge our minds?
Darkness died. Like every night. Dark no fight.
We're getting bored. We're getting bored to death, sir.
Darkness died.
There's only one real cure for boredom out here on the battlegrounds. I know exactly what we need. Gather round, Joes. We'll do a read aloud of Darkness Dies.
The blessings versus all the curse. The garden, the very best against the worst. And all his faces, the time has come to.
He's an alien from outer space. He crashed to Earth and he's here to stay. He's here to make all the wicked pay. Every bad guy fears his name, the great Cyclopean. The one I die with the sharpest mind. The hero with the fingers always spouting signs. A rising star with a blinding shine. Give him a chance, he's gonna blow your mind. The great Cyclopean. Great Cyclopean. Great Cyclopean. Great Cyclopean.
Here time, jumping, Native American, super suited, superhero, with a heart for Jesus. Canadian shield, he's the rock in the field of grass. Canadian shield, he's a foot for the kick in the... Asteroids are falling, the shield will get 'em all. Asteroids are falling, the shield will get 'em all.
Captain or a leader of the team. Thunder Fist, the secret in the shadows. Vulcan speedier than any bullet. Moonstar, the mind is deeper than the whale. Titans rise to crush the demons. Justice is back in season. Titans rise to crush the demons. Justice is back in season.
I say my prayers, and I'm a spiritual person. And I'm going to let God settle all this craziness and all this.
But we can't all do that,
Yeah,
Eddie.
yeah, but that's what I'm doing, man. You know, that's what I'm doing. I think it's a higher power than all of it. I think it's a higher power than government. I think it's a higher power than all of those things. And I've been let down personally. You feel let down, and you feel like you're a victim. I've had all that stuff in my life, you know. And I'm down with that higher power. That's who I give my vote.
But isn't that kind of like being a slave on the plantation and just singing and saying, Lord will make a way?
How you figure?
Just sing. And like, Lord will make a way instead of whipping some ass or voting.
But what's that going to accomplish by whipping some ass or voting?
It will accomplish more than just praying. I think prayer must be accompanied by some kind of action.
Oh, but see, that's if you... That's if you feel that the government is doing things for you. You feel like the government is helping you out and doing things for you and has your best interest in hand.
That's why I'm going to vote, because I believe.
But have you ever felt like that? Have you ever felt?
I'll just keep voting until I find somebody who has my interest in hand.
Wait now. But who's tripping then? If you just going down the booth and pulling this lever and I'm singing, who's tripping?
Who's to say what happens when you go pull a lever and they say, oh yeah, we counted the votes and this. Who knows what goes on, man? You got.
I know, but when,
you
okay.
have nothing. Hey, Chief, you have nothing to do with any of it. Any of it. There's some cats that run this thing. Nah, I'm not doing this. And a lot of people gonna say, oh, he's crazy and rock the vote and all that. There are a bunch of cats that run this planet, and they just wait on the higher power to handle things. I mean, read your Bible. Read your Bible. Read your Bible. I read Revelations. They ain't say nothing about thou shalt rock the vote. rock thine right to vote.
Cardinal of justice. When the angels heard his call, they gave them strength to answer all. As the demons start to fall, he's kicking down the walls. The cardinal. The cardinal. The cardinal of justice. Burning, burning, burning down the wicked, turning, turning, disturbing in the thicket. The cardinal of justice. Tight to the
Okay, guys, just to let you know, I started the pre-show like 15 minutes late, so I'm going to skip through a bunch of this. Let's see what we were going to watch. Yeah, we've all seen the Titans. Did I do? I want to do Outcast, so let's do Outcast real quick. All right, wait, where's the volume?
Hi guys, this is Outcast Comics. I know it's been a minute. I've been working on an ash can that'll be going out with Cross Comics' Snowdrift from Rick Piper. There's 3 pages on here from the ash can, plus a pinup of Angel's Death, which was made by my son. I hope you guys like what you guys see. Please leave a like if you like it. Leave a comment. You know, regardless whether you do or don't like it, leave a comment and share. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this. Bye.
Okay, and we've all seen this one 1,000 times, so I will skip it. That's Captain. I'll show Captain Aura's dress-up scene because it's Captain Aura. All right. Rick is in the back, so I'm going to show this one too.
A man being transported through time by God. An angel appears telling him put on a nearby suit. And after that he must travel south. A suit on he is endowed with incredible powers. Another man wanting end his life. Canadian Shield saves him in the nick of time. Now he lets the man no reasons to live. With this the man goes on to live many more days. Canadian Shield with the power of strength. Canadian Shield with the power of speed. Canadian Shield with the power of flight. Canadian Shield with many more powers. A villain appears and threatens many. Canadian Shield rush to the scene. A battle ensues and blows are traded. The Canadian Shield wins and many are saved. Canadian Shield with the power of strength. The Canadian Shield with the power of speed. Canadian Shield with the power of flight.
Canadian Shield with many more powers.
Evil that comes his way.
This way.
Help those he can in need.
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah, I'm in.
Hey, Lorenzo. Hi, Diana.
Hi, can you hear me?
No.
No? Well, yes, you can.
You figured that one out, eh? I can't
Yeah, I
answer
did.
it.
I pray as you sit here today and you're kind of pondering as your mind starts bouncing inside of your head trying to figure out, is everyone watching me? Because I think I got to get out of here before things get real bad. Hey, just hang in there. Remember, when God was here 2,000 years ago, when you have an encounter with God, when God really appears and begins to speak, it always ruffles some of those religious things that we're so... I'm telling you that it's easy for us to open up our Bible and know the verse, and it's so easy for us. I just wish I could bring you back in time 2,000 years ago when some rabbi looked around and said, if you don't eat me and drink my blood, you got no part in me. That did not sound right. That was not biblical. You see, every time God speaks, it's not biblical. It becomes biblical after He speaks it. Come on. Don't leave me up here all by myself. I'm about to run down there and start speaking. So here's the thing. If you have come to hear something that you're like, okay, well, that sounds biblical. I agree with that. Hang in there. It's going to get a little bumpy. Because what God is about to show, what God is about to do, what God is about to do in this nation, in this land, in this world is not of this world. And what's coming to this world is not of this world. There's a war, there's a kingdom. It's like the Super Bowl of Super Bowls. The spiritual battle is about to take place, and it's preparing his sons and daughters for this war. And they've been sitting around sipping on coffee, wondering, how's your day, brother? How's your day, sister? Won't you greet your brother? Won't you greet your sister? You better be greeting each other when you're not in church, so that when you get to church, you don't have to do the greeting, so that you can hear what God is saying. There is no more time for this. Oh, hi, brother. Hi, sister. How's everybody? We'll be praying for you. No, God don't need you praying for somebody. He needs you there next to them when they're going through their hard time, so that you can endure with them. And maybe you may not have the faith or the ability to speak a word that's going to transform their life, but you know what? Maybe they just need a friend next to them. Without a word, without a prophecy, without nothing, just with hands and feet and eyes and a mouth to say, I don't know how to fix your problem, but I'm not letting you go. I'm not letting you go alone. We're looking to get the miracles, and God is saying, why are you looking for the supernatural when you can't even do the natural? God wants so much to awaken his children.
Yeah, so I had to play that because it was in the pre-show, and I would have felt really guilty. So we'll skip trolls.
So what do you think you can do about stuttering?
Who, Peter?
No, God.
I don't know. I don't know if he wants to do anything about it. All right, so I'm gonna have to play the Titans one more time.
Listen, I did catch, like when I first got on, I did catch like the very tail end, the last few seconds of that chibi stuff. What is going on? I gotta go back and look later after this is done. But
I'm just having a little fun. So here we are, Wild Wednesday. Let's just see that Titans clip one more time.
He told me.
Captain or a leader of the team.
Oh my God.
Thunder Fist, the secret in the shadows. Vulcan speedier than any bullet. Moonstar, the mind is deeper than the well. Titans rise to crush the demons. Justice is back in season. Titans rise to crush the demons. Justice is back in season.
Lorenzo says it's like the Teen Titans. Not.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
Teen Titans Go, only way cooler.
Teen Titans, no kids.
And we have
That
a cooler
is
theme
so
song.
No kids for you.
I don't care.
That's so
we have a
funny.
cooler theme song.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. What
I
to
just
do.
had some fun with it.
I love you have that on the green screen
Obviously.
behind you. That's
Did you
funny.
like it, guys? No cake.
Wait a minute. Oh, Diana's talking, but she's out of sync, I think. How you doing, Diana?
I'm okay. I was just commenting on your new Teen Titan.
Is that what it's going to be called now, the Teen Titan version?
I don't know what you're gonna call it. I have
The
Teen
Chibi
Titans
version, the
because-
Chibi Titans.
Chibi Titans. I don't know.
yeah, the
I
Chibi
don't know.
Titans.
Well, I got the idea from, I think it's,
The
it's
Chibi
not Final
Warriors.
Fight, but it's one of those Japanese fighters. And they came out with something called the SD edition. And all their characters had big heads and little bodies, right? And so the guy talking about the video game goes, of course, SD stands for super deformed. And I was like, oh my God, that's hilarious. I want to do that with somebody. And like, I can do Cyclopean like that too. And maybe I will at some point. But I was like, the Titans, man, the Titans.
Cyclopean already has a really big head.
Well, it'll look weird
How
with
would you
him.
do-
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You should
It's
try
a
it and see what
really
it looks
tiny
like.
Body and like a mushroom head. Like you'd have to get one neck then. I mean, it'd be weird.
He'd look like Bong, but with one eye.
Oh my
Well, it's
God.
something to play with at any rate, but it was something I was talking about. I think last week I mentioned it,
Are you
but
in,
I
Michael?
didn't really,
Okay.
have anything to show yet.
So
Let's see,
guys,
is Michael in? Yeah,
yes.
Mike's
Well,
in.
Mike's in. He doesn't have his mic on.
I'm
but-
here. No, can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Yes, maybe.
A mic without a mic would be nameless.
Or redundant.
Okay, so let's see what's going
So-
on this week. Miss Diana got to read all 27 pages of issue 10 of The Great Cyclopean.
Yeah, it's done. He's just going to do the art now.
Well, the art is like in various stages on the last, I'd say, 14 pages or so I have to finish. But it's good to get to that point where she can read the whole lettered out scripted edition. And it's like light at the end of the tunnel. The Loop, on the other hand, she hasn't gotten to read, and that's advanced too, but I'll keep that a little quiet. Like
No. He's
you might-
you switch back and forth. Well, we're going
every
away
week
this
I'm
weekend,
bumping back and
so
forth.
I
Yeah, only
expect you to get
27
a
pages
crap
this time,
load
Tony.
Done. Listen, I expect you to get a lot done this weekend. Did you hear me?
Look at Tony. You said only 27 pages?
Yeah, thank God. Let's see.
Yeah,
It's
just wait
weird
till we
when you're
get
on
that.
the iPad. I can't.
Until he gets to page 26, and then it becomes 36.
Oh, I got to
Yeah,
add
that's
one more
important.
page, one more page. No, actually, I have to move this along because now I know exactly how the last 2 issues will go, but 10 has to be at a certain point to make 11 work, and 11 has to be at a certain, you know what I mean? And then I have my 12 issues.
Tony says, only 27 pages, Chris?
Yeah, I know.
270.
He's used to my last book, right? It's like, oh. But this time I'll actually get one out before like a year. The loop is going to be more interesting because I go back and I redraw stuff on that one. That one is just more or less a surrealism graphic novel, you know?
Yeah, he's okay.
Go ahead, Diana.
He needs to get the Cyclopean done. We need to finish that series, or at least finish this part of the Great
We need to get the
Cyclopean.
run together so that we can do the big, huge, giant edition.
Yeah.
Part of the business plan is to actually stop bringing the first 12 floppies to the show. So we will sell out of those, but maintain the volume 1 of the series so that like that's there, you know. Well, it won't really be volume 1 because I'm not starting over at 1 again at issue 13, but the first 12 issues in one big volume is a cool deal. And I'm sure Diana will chop it up a little. She's already spoken about doing that. Jackson from the 4th grade comic book club. My goodness. Hello, my friend. How art
No
thou?
way! Oh my gosh, Jackson, how the heck are you doing? He was one of our coolest kids ever that came to
One
our club.
of? No, he was about the coolest.
Yeah, well,
I know, I'm not
Trying to
supposed
be
to
nice.
say anything like that.
Trying to be nice, Christopher.
I'm
How's
being-
school going, Mr. Jackson?
It's going all right. I don't like it that much, but, you know.
We're
my
doing
teachers this
good.
year-
We are listen to Chris. So Jackson, we have probably our last comic book club at the elementary school level, and then Mr. T and I are going to be approaching the middle school principal and see if we can get something going up there for next year to see if there's
Yeah,
any
mostly,
kids that are
and
interested.
we'll be honest, it's mostly because it's very hard to get productive work out of 4th graders.
Yeah.
And this year we actually have 3 or 4 creators that are really diving in, but they don't have like the same focus to, like, not many of them think to work on it outside the club.
Right.
You know,
Right.
whereas a comic creator, you know, Rick, when you're working on a book, how many times a week do you touch that book? At least, you know, dozen
Not as
times,
much
right?
as I should. Well,
but
probably
when-
not as much as I should, but you know, like depends on what I'm doing on it, I guess. You know,
But you know,
Because
you know what I mean, though. If you're in a project, you're on it, right?
Yeah, like right now, I'm just coloring Snowdrift on Saturdays. You know, on my stream. You know, but I've only got so many pages. You know, like when I had to get Canadian Shield done by a certain time, it was every day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
2 or 3 hours, you know, and I know you go a lot longer. No.
In that vein, can I ask you a serious question?
Yeah,
Is that organic webbing behind your right shoulder?
right here.
Spider-Man?
No,
Like,
that is not
blowing
webbing.
trees there?
That's a plastic
Sure.
sheet over my mattress.
You know what? That's exactly what a
Are you in the
Spider-Man
room?
would say.
Are you in the new room?
All right, Rick,
you
wait a
move?
minute. Too many people are talking. Rick, that is a plastic bag over your mattress?
Yes.
Okay, why do you have a
I never
plastic
took the
bag?
I never took it off when I got it.
Do you
because we're-
sleep on it with the bed standing up like that?
No. I was cleaning my
Poor Rick.
covers, so I took them off and
Okay.
and
It
there's,
looks like he moved, or he just moved into a new place. It's like chairs and
Yeah.
shit stacked up.
Well,
are you in a different room in your house?
I think
Rick, we love you.
I think the
Let's go
camera
back.
angle is extremely different. Like it's pointed more upwards towards the ceiling now.
yeah. Well, that's part of it. Plus, unfortunately,
You can't hear anybody else?
I have a few little critters that I'm trying to get rid of.
Ah, okay.
Don't
Alright.
talk about your
So-
roommates that way, Rick. That's not very nice.
But like Like you mean like crabs? You mean you're trying to get rid of a few critters, like crabs?
Not crabs.
You can't hear everybody else.
They'll probably
You can
smaller.
now? Okay. You had to go
No,
back
I do
out.
not pee the bed.
No.
Oh my
crabs
God,
are
you
pretty
guys,
tiny,
stop. I
man.
can't. That's
I'm
so
not even
bad.
kidding.
Listen.
Cuber crabs are really, really little.
So who bounced that time? Diana did. And she's telling you guys off. You should hear it. I can hear her in the living room. She's saying so.
What is she saying?
I can't tell because I have my headphones on, but I can hear her. She was like,
Because we're being such guys, right? Yeah, we're being such guys.
Sorry.
"Hi,
about that.
Diana."
Hi, I hit the back button by accident. Don't ask. I'm still learning how to use the iPad in this chat. It's weird. I'm used to my thing. But Rick, I'm very glad that things are okay, that you haven't moved, and it's just you're doing spring cleaning of many things.
Yeah. Well, eventually I would like to be
I'm not
moving.
buying this. I'm not
I'm in
buying
an-
plastic sheet.
I'm in an
It's-
8x11
that's goddamn-
room.
That's
That's
organic.
wow.
metal.
That's small. Who's drone?
That's me.
Oh,
I'm trying to test my ability to use this camera and draw right here. See,
aren't you
hang on.
fancy?
See.
Fancy. So
I know, right?
fancy.
He is so fancy.
Chris, you
He's
need
so
to put
bad.
your pinky up while you're working that pen, man. Because
I know.
otherwise it's not fancy enough. Fancy.
Fancy.
I can't. I have
All right, you
arthritis.
guys.
Degenerative.
You can't
Say it with me, Diana.
speak.
Degenerative brain
Degenerative.
disease? Speech
Yeah,
impediment? What are you trying to say?
Degenerative.
Tony says, "Sorry,
Degenerative.
Diana. It's
Welcome to the club. Everybody over the age of 50 has some type of degenerative arthritis. I told you that is very common. It is what happens when your muscles and your bones age. It's very natural.
That's not
I'm
how it
over
works
50.
for
I
a
don't think
Titan.
I have it."
The only way you know you have it, honestly, is through an MRI, unless you have physical symptoms. Do you know what I mean? Like if you have an MRI, they can tell you like, oh, you have very minimal degenerative arthritis, and basically it's just wearing the cartilage down between the joints and stuff like that. It's a very common diagnosis for middle-aged people or people over 50 and over.
Well, I have a very good praise report. I had a Comic-Con on Sunday in
Yes.
Burlington,
Yeah.
and for the first time, I made my table money back.
Oh my gosh, Rick, that's fantastic. Congratulations, buddy. You must have been ecstatic. That's always so much fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you have to confess
So that
here
was a
before your
milestone?
friends.
That was the first time you said, Rick?
Yeah.
Well, good on you, buddy.
Now it was only like $100. You know, the table was only
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You're in the plus side. You
Yeah,
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for that one. Hopefully,
All right,
I'll
all
get
right.
one.
But you have
What?
to confess before all your friends the sinneth that you dideth.
What?
Did I not see you embracing in friendship a gentleman named Captain Canuck?
Oh yeah. What's
Why is that bad? That's the Canadian.
Because he's
ad.
obviously a second-rate version of the Canadian Shield. You should have. Fuck.
Yeah.
You should have done
Yeah.
the French.
Well, first
little-
of all, Captain Canuck came first.
Right. Thank
Don't
you,
give me
Rick.
the
I remember you
technicals.
telling me
No.
that.
No, the
In
Indian was much
1975,
older.
What Chris is
The
saying
Indian was
is-
older.
What Chris is
And-
saying is you should be what I call my one friend Ryan, who's a weed snob. Like, if it's not the biggest, highest, most ridiculous strain, he doesn't even want to smoke it. I'm like, shut up, give me your offloads then. I don't care, it's more for me. But what he's saying is you should be a Canadian superhero snob and just say, fuck you, your shit's not good enough.
Yes.
To the Canucks.
Yeah. Well, Richard. I actually took an art class with Richard Comley, the guy that created him. Captain.
There, Jackson.
Back in
That's
the
Jackson,
90s.
right?
Yeah.
Is that Jackson? No.
Chilean Chill
Look, that's
animator.
Solo Lorenzo. That was
That's
Lorenzo this whole
Jackson.
time? No, that's
That's-
Lorenzo right there.
Oh my God, I can't.
This is
Solo,
Jackson.
Solo is Lorenzo. Chill
And
is
this
Jackson,
is Jackson.
who said good
Yeah.
night.
Chill animator.
What is Chill animator? He likes animation. So
I
But-
love animation
I
too.
can't
But-
keep up with you. I can't.
I'm not sure where it went to, but I did get a bit of an interview because of doing that too.
You did.
With
That's
the
awesome.
Captain Canuck thing. So
Very cool. Hey,
Well,
I'm
talking with him and
maybe-
all that gave him. gave him a
Maybe it's
copy.
okay.
I
Oh,
gave
Chris,
him. I gave Captain Canuck a copy of the Canadian Shield one. Gave
Yeah.
out a few ash cans while there, and you saw that the image that you used in that I used in the video for Canadian Shield song,
Yeah.
the one that Jamie Reyes did
Yeah.
for the Canadian Shield. Well,
The
I
one
was
with the
at-
impressive veins in the arm.
yeah. Well, I
Yes.
was there at Toronto Comic Con. He was there, and I got him to Snowdrift.
She jumps.
Waifu alert! Waifu alert! Waifu alert!
Hang
Who's
on.
that?
I can't get a Wi-Fi alert unless I go full screen. Here we go.
Her
Oh yeah,
name
that's a
is-
Wi-Fi
her name
alert.
is
Yeah.
Mr. Waifu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the same artist that did the Canadian Shield one.
Is that a
a couple years
cross-shaped?
back.
Is that a cross-shaped boob window?
It's not a boob window, but it is cross shaped.
Okay,
shaped.
so it's a boob window.
Because you're not going to be able to see through it. It's colored in yellow fabric.
Lorenzo.
Oh wait a minute.
just
So
noticed-
Black and white. Listen, in black and white, until it's colored, it's a fucking boob window. I'm just.
who's coloring it, Rick? Rick, who's coloring it?
I'm going to be coloring this.
Oh, so she won't have a flush boob window like Mrs. Fantastic? No.
Dude,
What about Power Girl?
The four was hysterical. The
That
four-shaped
is so
boob
bad.
window was hysterical.
Only you, Randy. Oh my gosh. A boob
Hey Aiden,
window.
how you doing?
That's what it's called. It's official. Ever since Power Girl, it's officially called a boob window.
So
It's
Aiden is the
random.
most energetic kid I know. I just wanted to introduce everybody since he's in the chat. Good kid. Good artist too. Likes to draw. We're getting quite a crowd tonight, guys. How is everybody? I don't know. The world is crazy, but comics are still going. Like I said, I got 27 pages in the new Cyclopean book.
Who did you just say?
Well-
I can only see Rick's face.
Oh yeah, me too. Hi, Rick.
Hey!
Rick
You
was
got
taking
some
over the
broccoli,
show.
Rick. You got some broccoli in there. There's a little piece of broccoli right there. Oh, it's just it's almost you almost got it. You just got it.
Slimy just says, I just started a channel
A little
on
piece of
Animation Grow. Cool.
All right, I will check it out after the show and subscribe if I can.
Tony wants to know when issue 10 is going to be funded. Yeah, when
I
are you
don't know,
putting
but
that-
it's going to be soon. So the 27 pages are, in cement now. Running up to the end is going to be pretty easy. Everything is roughed out, and I just have to go render it. You know what I mean? Do the colors. And so, probably by August. No, it'll be long before then. I'm guessing 2 or 3 weeks, but that's being hopeful. It's probably going to be closer to 3 to 5, give or take a week there or here,
Yeah.
It depends on how it goes, because I found that I was starting to feel a little burnt out. So I have to flip between the 2 books to keep that fire where I like
Going?
it. Yeah, well, not going, because if I was only doing one, I'd just do it a little slower. So instead, I'm like, okay, I need to breather from this. I'm going to jump over to that, and there's different rules in both books. So it's interesting. It's like, I don't know how to say it, but Cyclopean is a bit of a different kind of release than the Loop. The Loop is almost like doing a horror comic, and Cyclopean, of course, is much more superhero grounded. And in issue 10, we have a lot of people shuffling the deck there, including members of Mantown, I Equal Some, Plato, Cyclopean, Captain Aura, Wiretap, the Cardinal, Forevertron. It's like the list goes on and on. I haven't even started with the bad guy team. And really, it's my first kind of free-for-all, doesn't make a lot of sense group fight, like every comic book has to have eventually, where like if you really thought about it, this could have been resolved much easier, but instead you've got, it's the Royal Rumble. Everybody's in the ring, and whoever goes over the top rope is out. It's that kind of adventure. Good night, Aiden. We'll talk to you soon, I'm sure. Don't forget to check out his new station, everybody. His channel. He's up and coming. Actually, he probably is. He's high energy. I've not met too many creators that can keep up with his pace in terms of energy. Very cool.
You know what? Here's a creator project for you, Chris. And I'm just spitballing here. Just something that popped into the top of my dome. You know what really needs to happen in the intro?
No.
A Thunder Fist suit up scene. Actually, all of us need suit up scenes, but we should probably start with you already did the Captain Aura. You definitely need to do a Thunder Fist.
I have one of me. It's all you see is like a silhouette of Miss Diana telling me to sit up straight and get my zipper straight, and she's straightening up my helmet, and yeah, because I can't leave the house without her fixing me up.
Your wife dresses you in your super suit? Oh my God. You should not have said that.
She dresses me in everything else. Bro, I can't go to the bank without her telling me that sweatshirt doesn't look very good. You're a reflection of me. Diana, I don't know what's going on. I think you're muted. Because I can hear you talking, but I can't hear you saying anything. Yeah, you're not coming through for some reason.
She's not muted. There's no
yeah, she's not muted.
But you can't hear her.
She bounced. She'll probably come right back. She's trying to get it to reset. I'll tell you what, I'm going to...
Hey, by the way, you like the Thunder Fist Delicious?
I didn't even know about it yet. There we go. Hi, Diana.
Hi again. There. Does it work now?
No. It does.
Stop it, Rick. You know what's funny? Mike's sitting right next to me, but he's got his mic muted. I can't speak. His mic muted. But he was having a hard time. He couldn't hear everybody earlier. He could only hear you, Chris. But seriously, guys, I have to dress him, especially if we go out. Like this weekend, I'll be picking out the attire. Yeah. I'll be picking out the shirt he's going to wear. So I said, I look at you. I should pick it out.
I highly recommend. Listen, I recommend there's a concert shirt from Extreme. I think that would be a wonderful shirt. It's got the boys in the band on it. Or you could pick the other one with the ape on it, the ape face.
That's
beautiful attire for any man out on the town with his wife.
We're getting off topic. Let's get back to the Thunder Fist suit up. Do I need to call your wife, Chris, and tell on you because you won't do a Thunder Fist suit up scene? Do I need to do that?
Well, this is the first time I've heard a request of it. So I'd have to think about, because tonight it was funny.
I need immediate results. You know me.
Yeah.
Well, when I was putting together,
the pressure.
When I was putting together the SD thing, I was like, all right. So I was gonna put you in the shadows, but then I was like, what if he got stuck teaching a karate class?
I did see that little cheaty little kids in the gi. That was funny.
I was just like playing with it because that's what I do when I come up on it Wednesday night. You can have a butler slowly dressing him.
That's
You're
funny.
welcome, Slimy.
Let me switch over. There we go. Thanks, Cross Comics, bro. You went over there, didn't you?
Yeah, I went subscribed.
You're a good man, Rick.
Aw,
Slimy says I'm
thank you,
back.
Rick. He's a good kid.
Yeah, what's funny is he
He's
probably
very
says
funny.
it just like that, too.
He's very
yeah,
funny.
he's
He's a very funny young man.
Yeah.
high
Speaking
Be a
energy.
little fresh. He could be a little fresh sometimes, right? Aiden, Miss Diana's had to talk to you a little bit, but not too much. He's still a lot of fun to hang out with.
Hey, look, there's the night sky tonight.
What do you mean?
Talking of kids, that's another
Yeah.
thing too on Sunday at the con that I was at,
Mhm.
the Burlington con. A couple kids ended up buying my stuff. They ended up subscribing to my Discord, my YouTube, my I think my Instagram, and one video that I put up about making up my bank or making money or my table money said, "We bought your comics at Comic-Con, me and my buddy, and we loved them."
Oh, that's
There
so
you go,
good.
my man.
That makes you feel good
Actually,
as a creator.
Yeah.
the kids are the ones that are the best because, okay, I'm going to be honest, adults will look at you and go, oh, yeah, that was great, man. That was great. And you're, okay. But a kid will come back to you like 3-4 times. A kid will remember you like 2 years later being going, I never got to read another issue. I've read this issue 100 times. You're like, here, have some free ones.
Well, that's sort of funny because if it's the guys that I'm thinking about, he came up to my booth once. He ended up buying one thing. I forget what. Then he came back with his buddy and convinced him to buy stuff. And his buddy bought like all 3 issues of the Canadian Shield. And then he bought the extra 2 things of the Canadian Shield. And then he came back a 3rd time and bought a poster I had of the Canadian Shield.
That's great.
I'm going to
That's
have to,
awesome.
I have to remember to bring some comics in tomorrow, Diana,
Okay.
for the kids.
Okay.
I told them I would, and I
I'll
keep
do my
forgetting.
best. We have brought them in before, but you're talking specifically your comics?
Yes, my comics.
Yeah. Okay.
Slime
I don't
says,
think they
"How do I
believe I've done it.
take what?"
No, that's not true.
How old
I
are
don't
these
think they have.
kids?
4th graders.
How old are these
Aiden,
kids?
we're our kids
Well,
that we're working with this year are
They're
4th
about
graders.
9 or
Aiden,
10.
right.
All right,
9,
you're not
10.
going to show them Darkness Dies, right?
No, goodness no.
Okay.
No, we're
Actually,
talking about
though,
the Great
Oh,
Utopian.
my God,
no,
thank
but
you.
you want to know something? I have shown them a lot of stuff that would surprise you. Like when we first started these classes, I show them I try to explain to them comics have existed since caveman days. It's just that they were the way of illustrating. You know, like our first drawings are of hunts of the buffalo or whatever with spears and arrows, and they were technically comics. They were hand-drawn pictures telling a story. Yeah, and for years the newspapers would have to rely on illustrations and artist recreations or whatnot, and now it's come down
there was
to
no photo. There were no cameras.
Yep.
Until there were cameras, right? I get it.
Yep. In fact, it's almost like why I think it's one of the reasons they don't want to bring cameras into a lot of courtrooms, because what else would these sketch people be doing? You know, they need a job too. But the world has totally changed, and now in a world of AI, it's going to be people who really love the craft and people who just want to try it. Bless you, Diana.
I'm sorry, guys. It's getting late.
I
Yeah,
don't think
and
you're yawning,
unfortunately,
that's
too,
easy.
it's gonna be-
Yeah. Are we boring you, ma'am? Are we? It's okay
No.
to say we are. We're just
But
the
I was
ones
just,
who
I
died.
was trying to figure out what Aiden's channel, where he had the channel. On Animation Bro? Is that what it's called? Animation Bro?
Yeah, I'll get it for you.
Can you get it and like post it so we can look on like what's going
Animation
on?
Bro.
Bruh.
Just
Bruh.
with
Animation.
3 zeros.
Those are O's, bro.
Aiden.
Okay, just put the link in the chat for you, Diana.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. He's such a wise butt. I thought you were going to bed, young man. That's what he said to me. He said he's going to bed. He's going to be in trouble.
Hey, why does Cross Comics then have a wrench next to it and the thing that's displaying right now? The link that you just sent Diana is displayed on the screen on the bottom, and next to Cross Comics, that Cross Comics space, and then a wrench.
Because it means I'm a moderator on the channel.
He's a moderator.
I
He
can
could
time
kick
out
people
people
out and
without.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, on your own channel, you mean?
No, on
No.
our channel.
No,
Oh,
in
on
order
this
for him to be able to post that link, he has to have a mod account. So I give him the mod account, and then he can post that link. Plus, if I ever die or something on the air,
Oh, Rick.
but if I ever die or something on the air, I think he can do something about it because he's a mod, you know.
He can do something
No,
about
no.
it. Well, you know,
I can't do
defibrillation
that.
doesn't work through the internet, right? I mean,
Well, you could at least sit there and tell everybody, get out. Chris is dead. We're waiting on the ambulance. Get out.
you got to get out.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God,
can't
you
shut
guys.
it off.
I mean, you got to go home. You just can't stay here no more.
Who was, remember that one night, Chris, we got hit by that naughty person with the
Yeah,
terrible
well, it's happened
videos?
twice. We had two.
I think,
uh,
Rick, were you there that night? I don't remember if you were there that night.
Rick had to
When
be
the
there for
naughty-
one of them.
The naughty person came in. It was terrible, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty sick. But it didn't last very long, and boy, oh boy, did it get our senses up. We learned a lesson.
We learned, and then I think that was probably one of the times that we were like,
Do you
yeah,
know what
we
it really
need-
was, though? No, it happened twice, and both times I put the StreamYard link in the Yahoo description. So
YouTube.
people who are perusing for places...
Not Yahoo, YouTube. Look at
Sorry,
Yahoo.
YouTube.
Oh, my
Boomer
God.
moment.
Listen,
But,
this is why we don't go past 10. Do you hear him? He's already... He
He's
can't
sleeping
stay up.
right.
He can't be online after 10.
Yeah, he's sleeping.
No,
right.
we went past 10 several times.
I know that, but he shouldn't be. Do you hear the things he says? I know the things he says. I get emails from people.
Emails. I'm never buying another comic from you again, Diana.
No, exactly. That was crazy.
Well, there are things I should never talk about.
This is true.
Religion and politics, so I make sure I talk about them plenty.
Yep, he does.
Yeah.
And even though I tell him not
I
to.
mean, honestly, there's
I think
three
he does have.
topics. There's three topics people say, unless you actively want to get into an argument, you should avoid. And one of them is religion, another one is politics, and the other is sex. And
Oh, yeah.
nowadays it's versions of that, right? Like, so
Yeah.
you know what I
Well,
mean?
now,
Like, this
now
is all-
sex falls under religion and politics.
Stay away from those.
How do we do this? How did you guys
Well, the
get off
ol-
the topic of comics again?
Because
See,
I was
I-
talking about things we should not talk about.
There you go. One time, I just once.
Okay, so let's get back to talking about the Thunderfist suit up scene.
Oh, good lord! This Thunderfist suit up. What is that supposed to even
The,
be?
the
I don't even
Thunderfist
know.
go to bed scene?
No,
What does that mean?
That's never gonna happen.
Hang on, Diana. Well, let me show you. Let me turn on the volume here, and then let me scrub the video. I'll show you the scene. I know exactly what he's talking about, so it shouldn't be hard to find. Hello. Oh, there we go. It's coming up. Here we go.
Oh, all right. All right. Now I
Hang
know.
on.
what
Yeah,
you're
well,
talking
now I
about.
found it.
Yeah.
Now I gotta play it.
This one.
There we go.
The suit up video. Now I know what you're talking about. That's the one that this suit out of the suitcase. Look at it. That's so funny. This little sock. That's so funny. It's a man.
That one, honey. That one.
I know now. Now I get it.
Yeah.
Now
Well,
I get
I'm pretty sure Chris has clicked the button that I have clicked on YouTube. This stream is not for kids.
Yeah,
No, I don't ever click that. I just say it's not made for kids. Like
Yeah.
they have that thing. It's the other way around. I don't know what it is on yours, but
Yeah.
in mine it asks if it's explicitly for children, and then you got to check that. And if you do, it limits everything.
Yeah.
But you know, so it's in the know. We try to keep everything kind of PG-13.
He's still
It's-
trying to keep things PG or whatever, you know. But
we
just so
also
you
don't
know-
shy away. Conversations happen, and really the most craziest ones are the ones that you have to diffuse on site.
Yeah.
So I had a friend who was very upset about ICE, and the way I diffused it was by talking about how it could be so much worse. And the friend asked me how, and I said, well, what if they renamed it National Immigrations and Customs Enforcement? And she said, why would that be so bad? And I said, because then we'd all be going, I hate nice. Nice is bad.
That was one of our comic book kids. She was dying. She was laughing so
Yeah.
loud. She's like, Mr. T. No.
Wouldn't that be horrible if they did that? Then we'd have to say, I don't like nice at all. And she was just, it made her giggle and laugh, you know. But you got to take care of those things when they come up, because, you know, telling them, like, there's very few things I want to tell a kid, we can't talk about that. You know, if the kid's going to bring it up, I'll deflect it. Like, I have a kid who's obsessed with the number 666, but he's not a Satanist. He's just, that number has always stuck with him because it's always been something that's like taboo. So he wants to do a story about a robot, number 666. And he's kind of like, ho hum, because nobody likes him, because his number is weird. You know what I mean? He's like, and he's come up with this whole little story and stuff. But instead of saying like, well, you know, that's not appropriate, or there are a lot of people who will think, I said, well, tell me the story. Let's talk about it. Let's figure it out. You know, I'd rather do that than tell them they just can't go somewhere. You know, there's limits. Like if they said, you know, I want to do, well, one thing I have learned to teach them is like, I want to have lots of guns. No. What you want is laser guns. Look at this G.I. Joe cartoon. Everybody shot lasers and everybody missed. I said, you need to do stuff like that. And when you blow up stuff, it has to be robots, no people. Why? Because they have zero tolerance in school. You can't have that
Yeah.
stuff.
We'd be dragged into the superintendent's office if they start going home with, look at what I was drawing, like bloody scenes and heads blown off.
Well,
You can't
it's
take that
kind
out.
of a nice, but it's kind of a nice mechanic to have in there too, because it does teach them that, like, for instance, if you're working for Marvel or DC or Image or any reputable publisher, there'll be lines that you can't cross, you know? There's a reason you've never seen Spider-Man swing naked through Central Park. Why
Yeah,
isn't
but he's
Wonder
had his
Woman...
boxes.
Who would
Hey,
want that?
when he has one with his boxes on and a bag over his head.
Hey, you know, everybody has a bad night. Why haven't you seen Wonder Woman topless in New York? You know, like, I don't get it. Why not? Well, because they have a line. They're like,
Because she doesn't operate in New York?
hey, let's not get all technical here. Next thing you're going to
She
tell me, you're going to
operates
say,
in the Gateway City.
next thing you're going to tell me, you're going to say Gotham isn't real. Ah, you silly man. I want to go to Star
Gotham?
City. No, wait a
Is
minute.
that something
Is
like
it?
Gothic?
Yeah. Where was the Flash from?
Big
Was
city.
Capital? No, it was Star.
Keystone.
And why don't Keystone City?
Keystone or Central?
Central?
Keystone or
Was that-
Central City?
I think it was Central City on the
Barry-
TV show.
Yeah, well, Barry and Wally, one operated in Keystone, one operated in Central. And then Star
In the
City
show, it
was
Central,
Green Arrow.
City and Star City. It was
Green Arrow.
originally named the first one you said, but then during the Green Arrow show, they renamed it Star City, which had something to do with something that happened in the show. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah. But
I have no idea.
in comics, Green Arrow is in Star City.
God, that's the one thing I want to avoid. I don't ever want to have like, well, yeah, that was a different universe, multiverse thing. Yeah, Cyclopeans always had 3 eyes. You just didn't know it. It was in another universe. It's, you know what I mean? It's like,
Well, it's just TV. I think at first it was supposed to be Seattle, and then they renamed it Star City.
I'd believe that. Look at, I made the mistake right there saying Wonder Woman in New York. I mean, producers just hear a name and they're like, let's make a show. And, they forget the details. That's why you hire an editor who knows the character, I guess, or writers who do. Hopefully.
Well, DC used to have something called a continuity advisor or something like that, where they would, go through the scripts and make sure the continuity lined up with the rest of the thing. Now they've just thrown that guy out the window. Or girl.
Yeah, and they're yeah. I don't know.
So
I think Hollywood is. What's that?
Have you figured out the glitch yet? How to unglitch the glitch?
Which glitch?
Well, which glitch? The glitch that took our powers away. Come on now.
They're still talking about their powers that you.
Oh yeah. No, I know exactly how to fix that.
Okay, fair enough. No, you don't. That's why you're hiding from the camera.
No, I have this funny thought. Like, what if I tell the story of how it was fixed with the SD edition?
Why, by turning chibi? Oh, you might be murdered on site.
No, what if I tell?
Listen, I'm going to be there in July, and we better be able to hook up and at least say hello to each other in person.
Oh, absolutely. No, but what if I tell the story like in chibi form?
I can't. Oh my God, you guys.
Yes, they get their powers back, but everybody's changed powers.
For one adventure.
Chris, any ideas?
Yeah, an adventure where they.
This is serious business with these guys.
It can be like the Power Rangers and like everything's screwed up. Like Stacy gets like. Yeah, everything's all messed up and jumbled.
Vulcan's got the fighting. And,
Randy, haven't you ever read the
mind powers?
Yeah, but that's the kind of stupid story you would read in DC. Oh no, Superman is Batman and Batman is Superman. What will they do? Like in the old 60s, which I loved, by the way. I'm saying the stupid stuff, but back when comics were super campy, you would read the dumbest stories. Lois steals Superman's power with a secret recipe. What will he do now? And they show Clark Kent like falling out of a building and, Lois opening up a Superman shirt or something.
Didn't they do a similar thing in one of the animated, either Justice League or Justice League Unlimited, where Superman had to pose as Batman, and it was so like he couldn't use any obvious Superman powers, right?
I'm sure they have, yeah. It was kind of common with DC back when it was like when they had the checkerboard in their logo and the little banner.
Yeah, I remember.
I used to be a fan of those stupid. I was just like, I loved how stupid they were. Just wow, that's like the dumbest story ever. I got to read it again.
It totally sounds like some BS. Laugh out loud, and then he says, "I think Canadian Shield comes back and gives us some of those extra powers."
Yeah, and many more powers. I mean, you got them to spare, apparently. I mean, why are you being stingy? Why you got to do brothers like that from literally?
And he only gets them from his suit, so maybe your guys' government needs to figure out how to make suits with superpowers.
Hey, now you know what Wiretap's all about, right? I write him like he's some sort of engineer because I like to write an engineer in the team type, a science type, a tech type. And he's been the one that I've used with the youthful ones. I have joked about creating a version of something with my son, but I don't know what I would make him. Like, he's a school teacher. So, like, what could be really cool as a school teacher, like maybe the Magic Bus. teleportation in a magic bus. I don't know. I was trying to think of something like that rings education, and I think of that silly magic bus. They used to go everywhere.
The magic. Yeah,
time and
was the
space.
theme song? Remember the theme song?
I wish I could say I did just so I could geek out totally, but I don't remember the theme song. I just kind of have that vague, like
You know what?
there's that impression.
Google it. I bet you could play a clip because I can't quite remember it either. I just know it was something about magic bus, magic bus.
Did you guys like the Magic School Bus? Did you watch it?
I watched it because I thought it was goofy because it taught me shit at the age it was speaking to me at that I already knew. But it was animation, so it was worth. And they were shorts. They were only a couple minutes long.
Right.
Most of it, right? Each segment was only a couple minutes long.
Well, Chris, here's another thing. You could all have them train all up to become sort of like Batman.
Yeah. Hang on.
Oh boy.
Oh, he's gonna do the magic bus. Yep, there it is. Dude, he just blew a booger out of his nose.
I like this show. We used to watch it.
But listen, none of them are high. Not a single person in that bus is high. Not a single creator is high. Not a single one of them ever got high. No, there's no like that.
No, just the writers were high.
No, I said none of them. Not anyone on the bus. Not any one of the characters in the show. Not any one of the writers or creators of the show was ever high, ever in their life, ever. Because that's what people who don't get high produce.
Oh my God.
The same thing could be said for the show HR Puff and stuff. Oh my God, those people were absolutely on hallucinogenics.
I'm telling you.
Yep.
That
Yep.
was funny. I like that show too.
The talking pocket flute.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what?
Yeah. I know. Here we
Such a
go.
joke.
So I can tell. Let me check the time. Yep, it's 10 of 10. I knew it.
Again, a
We're going
cool
down the
theme
rabbit
song.
hole. Here we go.
HR Puff and stuff. Da 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 da. H&R Puff and stuff.
Oh, good Lord. He knows
I am
the
like
thing
a
and
flame
everything.
flickering. I'm
You
a
are a
flickering
flame.
flame.
That sounds really weird. Just thought I'd tell you that.
It's poetic, not
Flickering.
weird.
You know, so Mike is my son, and he came in because he's here hanging out. And I don't think he's going to walk away from this chat feeling like, wow, these guys know what they're talking about. Let's talk about comics, like serious comic stuff.
All right.
Preston.
So
He's a comic
comics
book
are
collector,
basically
by the way.
comics are like
He
a
knows his
gloss
comics.
cover with
Stop
like
it, Christopher. I wasn't
it
asking
used
you. I
to
was
be
asking Rick
newspaper
and Randy
print. Yeah.
and anybody in the chat. Because Chris will just he's almost 10 o'clock. You know what happens
So
with him? at
what
10
are
o'clock?
you asking me specifically about comics? Or do you just want me to talk
I don't
about
know.
about comics?
Just talk about comics. I have my
All
son
right.
is in the
So here's
so-
here's a
so-
long lost forgotten one. Here's a forgotten one. Everybody.
Regular medium. It kind of works like a book. There's pictures and there's
Yeah,
thought
but-
Oh my God.
and dialogue.
Why are you guys saying no?
Because it could be different,
Listen.
like something that's being said, internal dialogue.
I
or
think
if
we
it's
should all
about-
recommend. I think we
Chris.
should all recommend a comic. So real
Yeah.
quick, I want to say I like the classics, so I would recommend early Richard Pryor. He was
He's
funny
not a comic book
as
guy. Stop it.
he's a comic.
He's no Chris. Stop.
He's been in a lot of books too, actually.
Yeah,
Oh, dear God.
yeah.
Never
Been
Never
mentioned
mind.
And he
in
wasn't
a
a
lot of-
he wasn't a Superman movie. No,
He
yeah,
was.
was it? Yes.
As a computer
Yes.
geek, right? In video game.
That's right.
Kind of. his new
There's your
superpower.
comic knowledge.
Chris,
Yes.
I have a friend that's watching, and he said, fun fact, the Magic School Bus could be inside your butt right now, taking a field trip, and you wouldn't even know it.
Oh my God.
It would be magical. Oh yeah, because they'd be running through and you wouldn't know, right?
You know, I can't absolutely definitively say that whoever said that is absolutely wrong, but it's a hilariously twisted thought, and I give him props for that.
Well, in the opening video, they're going through some red fluid stuff. Where's that at?
It could be like Fantastic Voyage,
Well, I
right?
think that was somebody's bloodstream.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Magic
that's what I was
Book
afraid
has
of.
control over all reality, like the Infinity Gauntlet given wheels and yellow
The
paint.
Infinity Gauntlet. Oh my god.
I wonder if it's got the stealth coating.
You see why this is not a serious show, right?
As for a comic book I can recommend, Canadian Shield.
That's
There you
where the
go.
other
Tim would be proud.
came from. The Magic Bus makes total sense. Yeah, that tracks. Totally tracks.
My friend just texted me laugh out loud. So they read his comment live on air.
Okay. All right, guys, I have 5 minutes. Let's make it happen. 5 minutes and then I'm leaving.
All right, your favorite comic book of all time. Go, Diana.
Gee, I'd have to think about that.
Wrong. That's not your favorite book of all time.
Storyline.
See, this is when you're supposed to say the Great Cyclopean.
I missed my cue. Oh dear.
You did, yeah, totally.
Or at least
This
fake us
weekend
out.
He's
You,
going to be looking at me.
you could have said like Superman number 4. Like any of us know what's in number 4. Well, Rick is already thinking, should I Google it? But like you could have faked us out. But yes, okay. I still say my favorite is Fantastic Four 250, John Byrne, featuring the Skrulls and the Super Skrull impersonating various Marvel heroes against the Fantastic Four and the Guardian. It was too cool. Spider-Man was there too.
Oh, yeah?
But then a bunch of the Skrulls were pretending to be X-Men, and it became apparent because their powers weren't quite right. Like Cyclops' eye being burned instead of being a concussive force. And Storm wasn't shooting lightning, she was shooting fire. Where's Lorenzo?
Okay, I think he's making this stuff up.
No, I'm dead serious.
I'm going to say
Besides the Great
my favorite
Cyclopean,
comic
it's
of all
fine.
time,
Yeah.
and I'm totally being serious and not facetious at all here, is the first appearance of Wolverine. You know, that sacred Hulk comic book. You know the number.
Where he's got the little eyes.
Yeah, where he's got the wrong mask. Wolverine's got the complete wrong costume, and you know. But anyway, that's for somebody who's listening in right now. I'm twisting this. I'm going to say I don't know if I could pick a comic, but I would say two of my favorite comic book runs are the original Secret Wars, which led to Venom even becoming a thing, and I always loved the Marvel Handbook, man. When you could get into the technical shit and exactly detailed stuff, like I ate that up as a geeky kid, man, who was interested in science. I loved it. So
especially when it first started, that was like the very first time you really had a Marvel Bible on their powers and their stories.
That would explain virtually everything. And also the first runs of those, they did a couple versions, a couple editions, but the original edition, if you were willing to bend your comic book open, you could, post them up to make a back cover poster, that was made up of all of the back covers, the front and back covers of all of them,
Yep.
Yeah.
They all lined up.
Same with DC's Who's Who's.
Yeah, but
you're
DC
right, you're right.
was after them, right? DC followed them with the Who's Who.
They did follow them, and theirs wasn't nearly as detailed. It was very, very superficial.
But it was
I
something.
think the Who's Who was pretty detailed. Let's see. DC's Who's
Oof.
Who?
Who? I don't think I've ever owned a Who's Who. I know I've owned the Marvel Universes.
But I don't know if I've ever owned any of the Who's Who, but I've read several of them, and I just came away thinking that they were a bit lacking. There wasn't as much detail. There wasn't as much background information. It wasn't as many exploded technical schematics. You know what I mean? Like of Iron Man's armor, they would zoom into the most thing and have a whole page for that, or half page, quarter page, whatever. You know.
And it was all bull. Like it wasn't based on science.
Oh yeah, because the comics are based on the concept of suspension of disbelief, as is really any fictional story, whether it's in a book or comic, a movie, an anime, whatever. It doesn't matter. If you're telling a story that isn't factual, you have to rely on the reader or the listeners or the viewers' suspension of disbelief to make any of it work, right? And the same thing, and the same thing is true in comics, and probably especially more true in comics, because let's face it, ridiculous shit happens in comics because comics, right?
Yep.
Or wrong?
It's the whole reason
That
for
is
loving them
correct.
for me.
What's that, Chris?
That was the whole reason for loving them. When we were growing up, it was like really rare to get a good. Well, there weren't very many quote unquote superhero movies. I remember like Remo Williams was kind of cool. Karate Kid was cool. Rocky and Rambo.
I remember Remo Williams. That would qualify as maybe a kung fu superhero, martial arts superhero movie.
I always thought of it like Daredevil. I was like, okay, they didn't give him a costume, but man, he's good, and he's been trained and by the guy that looks like he could be in the Hand if like he was in Marvel, maybe. But like I had to substitute my heroes for those things.
Dick or Pai Mei, the wizened old, hard to read martial arts master that always flicks his beard, for no reason.
What?
That's how much it is.
Yeah, very cryptic. They have that cryptic, inscrutable expression all the time.
Yep. Hey, speaking of which, have you seen Kung Fu Hustle?
Oh, absolutely. You know what? The first time I ever actually saw that movie, I was at a friend's house, and his kid had lost his remote for his DVD player. So it was stuck on. If you just put that disc in, its default is the Cantonese, right? The Chinese subtitles. And so he couldn't change it to English subtitles, and he couldn't change it to the English dub. So we watched it in the original Chinese dialogue, but with English subtitles. And then about a year later, I watched it again with the original or with the English dub, and it's a much better movie if you watch it with the Chinese dialogue and the English subtitles, because the jokes hit harder. Now the action is great, and great martial arts all the way around on most of it. In terms of technically correct with the stances, and you know what I mean. And
but it's like it definitely embraced that over the top. If you suspend your belief, it's a lot of the whole thing is fun. I particularly like the last 2 or 3 battles with that frog master or whatever.
Yeah,
freaking loved it. Best.
How about the 30-foot bitch slap where he just gives him the heavenly palm, and there's an imprint in the building of his palm. I'm like, yeah. You know what that was? Go ahead.
I was going to say, and then he does that thing that's so unusual to the West where he goes, I'll teach you. It's like, what? In the West, it's like, break their neck.
It's an all movie kicking your ass, right? You know what? One of the funniest things I say to 2 of my buddies, just at odd moments, like if they do something cool or they say something funny, my response will be, you have the bone structure and the chi flow of a kung fu genius. Remember the guy who had said that to him when he was a little kid? He was scamming the pamphlets, the scammer pamphlets.
Yeah, I do. That was such a funny movie. I think Chris and I have watched that many times.
Yeah, that's a great
I try to watch it once a month.
Yeah.
How about the scene when he finally shows up? He finally shows up with the white gi after his, quote unquote parents have wrapped him up in a cocoon somehow, or a mummy wrapping for some reason.
To heal, yes.
And then he reemerges, right? And then all the Axe Gang guys are in the central courtyard of the building, of the apartment building, and he's just, it's nothing but kicks, and he's throwing these guys out like, if you leave the top off a blender and you mix up fruit, the same shit would happen.
Yeah.
Right.
But it looked so well choreographed, and I don't know how much was CG and how much was real, but whatever they did, I enjoyed the hell out of it. It's inspiring, especially if you're trying to.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, especially if you're trying to draw action scenes, watching a movie like that can feed a lot more to you than, say, I don't know, like I love Rambo 1, but I don't watch that to get into action adventure, Now,
Right.
Rambo 2 and 3 maybe.
So what you're saying is it's more about camera angles, which is what panel
And choreographic.
when you draw panels in a comic, then the viewer's eyes are the camera angle, right? And so you have to force it to.
Yeah, and you're trying
Right?
to find a
You know what I
beat
mean?
too.
Right.
Yeah, you have to force where they're going. You want to try to make it a smooth transition as much as you can, and like you want to try to do it with a beat. And like I know when I'm off and I know when I'm on, but I can't tell until I've already published the book, and I'm sitting there reading it. I'm like, man, I spent 2 pages too long here and 2 pages over there too short, but that's
And
me. I'll second guess.
Yeah, what I was going to say was that the same thing is true in that movie, where there's a lot of CGI in that movie, but the way that it's blended with the live action, it's nearly seamless, and that's what CGI should be. CGI should not be an entire movie. CGI should enhance a movie, but be subtle and leave you wondering, did I see CGI? Did I see a practical effect? And the same can hold true in other mediums. You know what I mean? Even though they're not like motion based.
But in that movie in particular, there was no doubt, like they would get so over the top, like just like early on with the running scene where the old lady chases him,
Where the landlady's chasing him down the road, and one of them scoots underneath a rolling vehicle.
Yeah, and they're like
And then
tilting
she just
over like
planted-
around corners and.
Yeah.
Good
and
night.
She just planted in the sign for a
Good
brazier.
night. I'm leaving.
Good
Good night.
I have to go
Good
too,
night,
though. You
gentlemen.
can't do that.
No.
You
good
say
night. You can stay and finish your conversation. And good night,
Yeah, but I have
everybody,
to go to
and
bed
have a
for-
wonderful week. It's been fun.
I have. She's
Pleasure
not
as
even going to let
usual,
me finish.
gentlemen. No.
I have to go to bed because I have therapy in the morning.
All right. Well, then let's get off.
Yeah.
I mean, get off the stream.
You want to know what's great though? I got to tell you guys. So my shoulder is about, I'd say, 60% improved.
Just from last week.
Well, yeah. Well,
That's awesome.
every week is getting better at this point. So I'm hoping it's just an impinged nerve. They've given me exercises that seem pointless, but they're really not. Like they're not much, but it's all about stretching and moving into, breaking out whatever pain there is, I guess. And they're hopeful, so I'm hopeful. I don't want to go for that surgery, man. Hell no.
Well, good. I mean, if they're not, listen, they wouldn't tell you they were hopeful. They'd tell you right to go to the surgery and give us more money.
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I mean?
it's funny because you don't.
Saying that this could probably work, then there's probably a good chance it could, and I hope you stick with it, man.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna. But like, it's funny because I have to do a minimum of 4 weeks just to get the test to see if it's torn. But like, they don't. When you do it, they don't really expect anything out of you, and when they see a sign, it's really cool. Because then they're like, oh, maybe this will work.
Okay.
Because I can, it's part of what they make everybody go through, and it's like people who really need it are like they just wasted, 4 weeks before they let me have an MRI. Whereas I'm like, I'll take all 8 before I let them have the MRI. I want it. Let's heal. Let's heal. All right, guys. I'm gonna go to bed. I love you all, guys, in a very platonic manner.
All right, fair enough. Let me leave it in one final thought. Well, two actually. First, Chris, you're a beautiful human being, and I have love in my heart for you. And secondly, Thunderfist suit up scene.
I was hoping you were gonna mention it. I knew you were gonna. All right, yeah. So yeah, we'll
All right,
come up
guys.
with something.
Talk to you next week.
Rick, yeah, here we go, guys.
Yeah.
Wait.
Tomorrow, undead characters on the Silhouette game.
Oh. Does that include like? Oh no, I'll have to watch and see.
Vampires, zombies, skeletons, ghosts, mummies.
Okay.
And they can be from
all
pretty much any medium.
comics, movies, TV.
Yeah.
You name it.
Cartoons.
All right.
Maybe people's avatars.
Ooh, spooky. All right, man. What time?
7 p.m. Eastern.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, I just hit end, so it's